Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This video is the fourth in a series where I am swapping out the items that I've been using for the last 2 weeks and going over the items that I'll be using for the next 2 weeks in my bi-weekly makeup bag. I'll leave timestamps below for when I begin going over next week's bag. I'll begin by reviewing what I've been using for the last 2 weeks and how I felt about it. There'll be some things that I'm bringing into the next bag, but a lot of things are going to be new. So first, I'm just taking it out as I see it. I use these two palettes. These are both from Saucebox. One is the Secret Garden palette and the other is the Nocturne palette. I used this one more. The colors that I really dove into in this one, this was the one that I worked with the most. And it's beautiful, but I think in the future I would do it with a white base or something. I did have to kind of apply a lot to get the pigment to show up as true as it shows in the pan. I did some with the purple, didn't like that as much. I like this purple more. This is just, I think I like the metallic of the other purple better than this one. I did like both palettes, just taking them out of rotation. I don't know what's happening with this. I've kept this in for the last few weeks. I'm going to keep it in again. This is the Ren Retinoid Anti-Aging Cream, and it looks like it's just on its last legs, but I keep getting more and more out of it. So at some point very soon I'm going to run out of it, but I have some left, so I'm going to bring that into the next bag. I used my Urban Decay All Nighter, which I love, but I'm not going to use that in the next 2 weeks. I used my Milk Makeup Blur and Set. I like this a lot. It's very finely milled and it worked really well. So I will definitely come back to this at some point. I didn't use as much of this as I thought that I would. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Femme Solar Bronze and Glow. I used a little bit of the highlight, but I didn't use much highlight. But this is obviously well loved and I will put that back in rotation at some point. This was great. This is the Fenty Pro Filter Foundation. And this is in one of the new colors. This is in 170. I have 150 and 190, which are a little bit too light and a little bit too dark. This is kind of the Goldilocks color for me. And I'll keep using the other two, mixing them together. But yeah, this is a really good color for me. Along with that, I used the Fenty, this is the new Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. This was good. I don't know that it's better than any of the other primers that I have. I'll use it again and I'll keep using it with the Fenty foundation in the future, but this was fine. And I will use it again. Just nothing to write home about necessarily. Concealer. I used the new Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. This is in 150. It's a little bit light for me. It did a little bit of creasing on me. I'll use this again in the future, but this was not kind of a knocked it out of the park winner for me. I used my Bourjois rice powder under my eyes, and this was really nice. And the big winner, and I'm going to keep this in my next bag, was the Tatcha, the Pearl. This is awesome. I'm wearing it today. It's very thin, but I feel like it's taking out a lot of my discoloration, and I don't get any creasing with this, which is very unusual. So this is going to stay in. As is my Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm. I love this, and I'll put that in my next bag. And my Aveeno Positively Radiant. So all the skincare stuff, those three are gonna stay the same as they were before. Contour, Kevyn Aucoin, the Sculpting Powder and Light. Love this. Oh, also for my under eyes, I used my Pure Hydrogel Lift. I like this a lot. Blush, I used my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Mood Exposure. This is lovely. Very pretty, mauve-y, goes with anything kind of a color. Oh, and also everything that I'm wearing today is from this current makeup bag. My Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Serum. This is really nice. I mixed that in with the Aveeno Positively Radiant, and I will bring this back in. I think I'll probably end up using more of this in the spring, but it was nice to have it around now. Lips, this is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Nars Velvet Lip Glide in Bound. I had the Colourpop Lumiere pencil in here. I didn't actually use it, but I'm just wearing this by itself. For red lips, I used Colourpop Bichette pencil and then Ofra Havana Nights, which came in my BoxyCharm, I believe. And I like this a lot, but it is pretty dark and it's kind of warm. It kind of clashed with especially that blue eyeshadow. In fact, I did cheat and I didn't film the look, but I ended up going in with Ofra Venice just because it just felt like the right tone. I felt like I needed something kind of orange. I never wear orange, and this went really well with that blue. Maybe I'll do something with that in the future, but this was a good color. Yeah, the pink and this, like neither of those went well with that blue, which was really interesting. Mascara, Nars Climax. This is great. Oh, this is also great too. This is the Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow. This is in Bone. I'm wearing it today, and I like this a lot. I thought it was gonna be too light for me, but it's not. This may have replaced how I feel about my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot and Painterly. Like this a lot. I also used my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion. This is a classic. Love this. For my waterline, I used my Kiko pencil in the white color. This was really good. This went on very smoothly, wasn't too hard, and lasted for a long time. I don't know that this actually promises to last for a long time, but it did on me. Liner, I used, and I'm wearing it today, my AMC, my Inglot AMC gel liner in 77. I love this. Sometimes a gel liner can be a little fussy, but this is amazing. And I am glad that I tried it out again on a regular basis and just remembered why I love it. And then finally, my brow shame. I'll put a link in the description box down below to my brow routine. I really did not know that my brow routine was as intense as it actually is. So I have 7 brow products in here, and I'm bringing over several of them. So I have the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Chocolate, that's coming over. I have the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Dark Brown, that's coming over. Nars Soft Matte Concealer in Vanilla, that's coming over. Anastasia Brow Wiz, this is actually chocolate. I think it's a little bit light on me. I'm wearing it today. I somehow thought that I was using dark brown, but I'm using chocolate. I'm gonna bring this over, but I'm not sure how I feel about the color. If you have an opinion about how this color looks on my brows, let me know. I use my Benefit Bravo Conditioning Primer. This is great, little extra volume. My Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I like this, but I'm not as much of a fan of the spoolie. The spoolie's ginormous. And for this next bag, I'll be swapping it out for a smaller bristled brush. And then finally, Essence Make Me Brow. Love this. I'll be using something different in my next bag, but this was great. All right, next bag, and I will start by bringing in the things from the old bag. So starting with my brow products. Anastasia Brow Wiz in Chocolate. Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in also chocolate. Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Dark Brown. Nars Soft Matte Concealer in Vanilla, Rin Bio-Retinoid Anti-Aging Cream, Aveeno Positively Radiant Daily in 30 SPF, Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm, Milk Makeup Cooling Water Under Eye Stick, and this, the Tatcha the Pearl, which I love this a lot. New things, or at least new to this bag. I'm going to use, again, the Ren Clean Skincare Perfect Canvas. I used this, I think, in the first bag that I did. This came in, I think, my Liberty Advent Calendar. This is great, so I'm putting this back in. Under eye, I'm using my Hourglass, in addition to using the Tatcha the Pearl. I'm using my Hourglass, I think it's called the Hidden Concealer. I'm using this in Fair. They want a little more coverage. Setting my under eye, the Too Faced It's Bananas Banana Setting Powder. Setting powder for face, Hourglass Veil. Kind of am liking, oh, actually too, I'll say this. I'll say that I do like to, if I can, try to use products that are from the same company to see how they work together. So for primer, I'm going to use my Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. And for foundation, I'm going to use my Hourglass Vanish Foundation in Vanilla. I haven't used this in a while, and this is a good foundation. And I will use it with the brush. I've had the best luck with this foundation with the brush that they suggest that it comes with. 2 things from my Beautylish Extra Large Lucky Bag this year. I'll put a link in the description box down below to that too. I'm going to use my Kevyn Aucoin The Celestial Powder in Candlelight. Very excited to try that. And for blush, bronzer, and if I want a little more highlight, I'm going to use, got this to the Viseart Theory palette, the face one. So this has a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. And that's the only blush that I'm using. So I hope that that works well, obviously. Let you know how that goes. For setting spray, I'm going to use my Flower Seal the Deal Long Lasting Matte Setting Spray. I haven't used this on a regular basis, so I'm excited to dive in and see how that kind of works over 2 weeks. For lips, I'm not bringing over a nude pencil because I didn't really use much of a nude pencil this time. I'm going to use my Balm Meet Matte Hues in Charming. And then for red, I'm going to use, I've used this before. This is a Bite pencil. I think it's in 78 or something like that. I'll look it up and put it on the screen. And then Colourpop Velvet Blur in Solo. This is really pretty. This came in my, I did the Colourpop She's a Mystery bag. I'll put a link in the description box down below to that video as well. So I'm excited to try that. I like it a lot. I've tried it a couple times. Also in that bag was the Colourpop Volumizing Mascara. This is the only BFF Black on Black mascara. This is the only mascara that I am using, so I hope that it works well over the next 2 weeks. Contour. Tried and true, reliable NYX blush in Taupe. This is an old guy, very, very well loved. Eyeliner, also the Balm Schwing liner. I like this a lot, and I'm excited to use this again. Oh, back into brows. The two brow products that I'm bringing over that are new are Glossier Boy Brow in Brown. So similar to the Essence, little spoolie. And then just for a clear setting gel, the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel in the clear color. Eyeshadow primer, I'm gonna bring over the my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly just to see how that feels over the course of 2 weeks and compare it to how the Bobbi Brown one felt. And I'm also bringing over the Essence I Heart Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base, which I think will help me with the two eyeshadow palettes that I'll be using for the next 2 weeks. These are both from We Makeup. It's an Italian brand, and the colors come individually. You put them in the pan in any order that you want to. This one is the Into the Forest palette, and this one is the Boreal Light palette. There are two repeats in here. That chartreuse and the black are the same in both. So I'm really only using 16 colors instead of 18 colors. So those are duplicates, but I've really been excited to try these. I've heard really good things about it, and I'm very excited. So I'll be using these two over the next 2 weeks. And then lastly, for my waterline, this finally came. I made my first order from Beauty Bay. I had never done that before. And I got a Linda Hallberg pencil. I got this in white. So I'll be using this on my waterline. I've heard really good things about this, so I'm excited to try it. So this is what I'm gonna be using for the next 2 weeks. I will keep you posted. I might actually film a video of me using it, especially because I'm excited about the eyeshadow colors. And at any rate, I definitely will report back to tell you kind of how everything worked for me. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. A lot to do in the world and a lot to do on YouTube, and it means a lot that you were here with me for this little video. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.